How's it going, YouTube? Navy Sooner here. Today, we're going over this rifle right here. It is my Mark 18 Mod Gordon, I guess you could say, or the Gordon rifle modernized, or say a Mark 18 Mod -1. It's just something I wanted to put together and thought it was kind of cool, and we will go over this because a lot of people have been asking me to go over this rifle specifically, and then another one which I'll do a video on later. We're going to discuss why I wanted to do this, and we're going to go ahead and go to the tailgate of my truck, and we're going to do a overtop view of it while I'm discussing it. This is just going to be a little fun video, and yeah, so let's go to tailgate of my truck. Here we are with my Mark 18 Mod Gordon, or my Gordon rifle that's been modernized for early GWAT era, I guess you could say. It wasn't really, I didn't want to do a full-on clone of either rifle, but I wanted to take things from each rifle and go into it. So that's like the Mark 18 Mod 0 and the Gordon Carbine. And that's kind of where I was going with this. It's just something fun I wanted to do, but now it is my home defense setup. And the receiver itself started off as a Bushmaster A2 carry handle upper. It was a police department. It was on a police department's rifle that's locally. They went to the local Ace Hardware here and said they wanted to go with a flat top. They wanted to update their carry handle upper receivers to flat tops. And so the Ace Hardware did that for them, and the upper receivers stayed there, and they sold the upper receivers. This one has M4 feed ramps. I got another one that does not have M4 feed ramps. Yeah. The barrel that I have here is a B King's Firearms barrel. It is a 12.5-inch barrel that, I mean, I'm fairly certain, not positive, but fairly certain that the barrel is a rebranded Ballistic Advantage barrel. It's 12.5-inch, and I got it with the Delta ring installed and the forward front sight post gas block installed as well. It's an F-marked front sight post, which I've got it actually zeroed with the A2. Some say that, oh, you can't zero an F-marked front sight post with an A2, but I've actually got it zeroed and have not had any issues with that happening with the zero at all with the iron sights. Went with a Ford Control Designs flash hider here. It is kind of an A2 style flash hider, and I can put my Dead Air Nomad on it, and that's why I went with that. I wanted to stay with the flash hider because I don't really put the can on this one very often, but I wanted to have the option to be able to put my Dead Air on there, so that's why I went with the Ford Control Designs A2 style flash hider on it. The handguard that is here is a Monstrum tactical handguard. Some people want to turn their nose up at it, but it does what I want it to. It attaches things that I need attached to it. If I want to put something that's zeroed on it, I can. Because, I mean, I've done a test before on a Monstrum Tactical handguard, and it held zero for a laser that I had attached to it. So there's really no issues with holding zero, and it's a good budget option for having a quad rail if you're going with the D-ring style. Then for the red dot, I have a Holosun 403R here. Works great. Haven't had any issues with zero lost. And then this is the Monstrum. The carry handle mount is also a Monstrum mount, which it is the ARMS style A1, A2 carry handle attachment, and I've got it Loctited. I haven't lost any zero with this. I've dropped it multiple times, just thrown it in the bed of the truck, whatever, and it's held zero fine. Haven't had any issues with the Holosun 403R, so not really worried there. And I mean, it's working just great for me, going with the Radian Raptor charging handle, which is what I use with my other 12.5 that I have for my night vision options. This is a registered SBR, so that's the reason I have it, my name and city covered up there. So yeah, I have to have it on there. Don't want y'all to see that. What else I have here is I have a Surefire M300 light. I have the tail cap, the click tail cap rather than a pressure switch, because I'm pretty good at tapping those pressure switches when you shouldn't be tapping them. So that's why I went with the tail cap that way. If I want to press it, I'll press it when I need to as well, just in case I do press it or whatever and I don't want to have negligent discharge. I put this is just a vortex scope cap that I threw on there, and it works great for being able to make sure that no light gets out if I'm pressing it. And yeah, so that's the reason that I have it there. There are some other options to be able to cover it up, but this was free and it works for me. I have not done a group with this barrel per se. Just I've got it zeroed in, and this is more of a close in. It's not going to be a reach out and touch a thing. So that's the reason that I don't really have a group with this barrel, but this is my setup. It's working great for me. Kind of a funny thing is with a 12.5 inch, never mind, I'm thinking about my 16 inch. So if you were to have a 16 inch with a mid length, we'll get into this in another video when I talk about my other carry handle upper gun that I have. But if you have a 16 inch with a mid length barrel, a bayonet can work on that just fine, which is kind of cool. I have Midwest Industries QD point here to be able to run a sling on this guy, and I don't know, I just really like this setup. Like I said, this lower is my SBR lower that I use for my night vision as my night vision setup gun, and it works great with this whole thing. And yeah, that's it. Y'all know what to do. Like, share, subscribe. There's a way to donate to the channel down below if you'd like to. If not, that's cool. Just don't be a dick about anything in the comments, or I'm just gonna go ahead and say bye. I don't need you. But I mean, hey, thanks for the algorithmic help. Navy Sooner out.